course.
Hope you're keeping busy, Watcher. We're still running some small tests. Not quite ready for the real thing. What can I do for you?
Like might be a strong word for it, but I'll do it. If you...
It's a thoughtful gift? But why?
Guan has shown me the coming end. Darkness will fall upon hell, beginning an extended season of death with no rebirth for...
All right, I knew I shouldn't have asked. How do you fit into this, Watcher?
So I know what I'm yammering about. Look, I ain't thrilled about trusting the future of the world to some animancers. But the Watcher thinks if we're to survive this, we need to work together. I can get you souls on the regular, but only if you promise to treat them well. Ensure their cycles continue in the natural...
Right. You do realize that the essence isn't actually Never mind. Thank you, Shorty. I promise to treat them with dignity. We can put them in this device.
One last thing. How much is this gonna hurt? No, wait. Don't even tell me. You ready for this grand merger of faith and science? Animancers, if you got any energy vision goggles, you might want to don them now. And if anyone's afraid of a little light show, I'd suggest you take a healthy Long as you're watching my back, I'll be fine. To the gods! I'm trying! Ugh, son of a god's darn motherless cur! That hurt worse than a back-to-back whooping from Uncle Angbert's quarterstaff. Hell! And I only gotta do it again and again on cycle until the day I die? Ugh, but the guild says I do. I can't turn my back on my purpose, any more than I could Aora in need. I never did want to take the easy route. I'll keep reaping more souls then. Do my duty till I fall to dirt and bones. Never you worry, though. I'll see to dumping my lantern in the future on my own. Thank you for finding me a way to handle my burden, even if it does involve the occasional jolt of pain. If I don't feel so light, I could float away. My bones are still a little jangly. But yeah, I think I am. I don't know if this is what Guan planned for me, but I'd like to think we did right by these souls. We're bringing light to the darkness, ensuring spring follows the coming fall.
Hope you're keeping busy, Watcher. We're still running some small... What can I do for you?
Why not?
Cousin at Sayuka said her work's finally continuing. Won't say what it is.
I must thank you most humbly for your help. You've rendered Okaya and all of us a great service. A rare speciality. But I called you here to discuss another matter. A great injustice plagues the archipelago, and we have an opportunity to end. A thriving slave trade disrupts the Deadfire. I've determined that it's being run from the island known as Crookspur. Why petition the gods when you can do it yourself? Slavers sow chaos wherever they ply their unsavory business. They uproot communities. Unfortunately, they've been allowed to operate here for years. Why, if the Juana had marshaled their forces, the slaver problem never would have reached this extent. That it has is a failure we must lay at the feet of the Kahanga royals. 2,000 years ago, our people began, but we overcame them. And we were not Valians and the Principe will tear Deadfire us. So we must do everything we can. We shall ensure that the slavers do not return by stationing one of our most elite fleets at Crookspur. I'm glad you agree. In any case, our attentions are now focused on Sayuka for now. I'm sure the Hazanui will summon you when the time is right. Indeed. I hope we return victorious.
It's done in any case. I'll leave you to decide what victory means.
I'm certain Harama would agree. He's well, after all, thanks to your decisive action. Twaha reports success and sends her thanks for your swift intervention. You have aided your countrymen with distinction. There is no higher honor to which a trencher may ascribe. But what of your own assignment?
Nothing that a mountain of bronzoas won't cure.
Rawatai values your service, as do I. And I can think of no better reward for the rough country's fine. I won't keep you. I know you both have plenty of business to attend to. Who we are. What does this even mean? Why the search? One day, our bodies will perish and our soul. Every word we've ever spoken, everything we've ever known will be forgotten with us. But this will remain. Prolonging the soul is a fool's errand. Clinging to I want to take part in building something that will last beyond me. That is true immortality. Few are in a position to accomplish as much as you, but you and I have much to do and little time to discuss philosophy. You haven't figured it out. I thought it was...
I feel like I should set the record straight. I didn't get into this business so I could shoot first in a battle that hadn't even started, you know? I know the Ranganui wants to see results, but I never thought any of us would be complicit in something like... We're shooting at people with dangerous ideas, and assuming the ideas will die with them. Funny depends on where you're standing, I guess. I can see attacking a fortress or an enemy ship. I can see taking aim at the soldier wearing the tallest. I killed a chieftain for spreading good ideas. If my talent with a gun caused anyone to think that a bullet is a one-size-fits-all problem solver, that says more about them than it does about me. It's a little different when the enemy's ship is turning about. Their cannons glinting like a spider's eye. You don't find time for a lot of deep, ethical discussions. Ishiz is a good listener, but he's too dumb to offer much perspective. I could use some of yours right about now. It's true. We don't want to lose the Deadfire by attrition. I don't know, Captain. We've squeezed a lot of good ideas out of desperate situations. If we go Atsura's way, we'd better be sure that killing the right people makes a difference. Damn sure. And if we fall back on what we know, cannons, sieges, occupation, we'd better commit to fighting a moving target. We won't succeed if we don't understand the tribes. And something tells me that we aren't there yet. You sound like the propaganda from back home.
You tell me if you're so smart.
Ado, you return.
Less work, more drink, please. Mel, you again? Shove off. These are my quiet hours. See anything you like? I'm not so far gone that I won't appreciate and admire it. Awful generous when you want something, no matter. More profitable than an island full to bursting with luminous Adra. I'm telling you, not friend to not friend. There's just no room for compromise. Gelarde, that is true enough. Perfecto. The matter is closed.
What are we here?
I'll be lucky if Governor Alvari lets me manage the kitchen. Much less.
You were saying? Can do. Ishi. Quiet. You were saying? Just say the word.
Akira, you return. What say, friend? Akira, I cannot believe. A light after our long sorrow.
Valia makes the work of conquering you people look easy.
Their words are poison, I say, as are yours. My village is modest, but I came prepared. I set aside a few gems for trading. They are yours by right. You are a friend of the Dwape. We do not forget.
Come closer, Watcher. We should speak. You know, I was just thinking of a way to help the little tribal that would also screw over the Valian Trading Company, but you beat me to it. You're becoming quite the ass. Not that the company needs help eating itself from the inside. sharp. I like that. Once you're coached up and guided in the right direction, I think you'll do very well indeed. If you have any inclination to aid the Huana as a whole, rather than save one pitiful village at a time, you could do worse than tour Imperial Command at the Brass Citadel. Pay us a visit, why don't you?
Yes. As you wish.
You look like you've come with a purpose. Noticed that, did you? Saltpeter is one of our chief resources at Rawatai. And we believe in Now you can see why we didn't want the Valians nosing around our fort. I got our message all right.
They weren't that bad.
Rhyming Hazanui with kablooey?
I can't think of anything else that goes with
Clear skies. It's a trading post, of course. Rawatai is rich in salt. The Valians have become aggressive. We learned the value of defending.
Me neither. That's why I leave epics to the lore college.
Criticism is easier than creation.
Agrasima for protecting me from...
After him!
Glory be to God! So help me God, I'll whoop the next one of you who takes aim at me.
Nice hit!
escorted ships out of Edir, the Deerwood, even the Republics.
What brought you to the Royal Deadfire?
Careful around the Eric. It'll glue your... Can I help you with something? Try the raise...
Yeah? My favorite privateer. It is satisfying to see one of our island cousins humbled. Privateer, you served Rauatai with distinction. No more could...
My eyes are yours. As you wish. Allow me. That's that, then. My eyes are yours. How might I assist? A question, Watch? Happy to oblige.
Watcher. Guess what? No, go on and guess, really. Not a god's darned one. And ain't that just it? I feel so fine. Like I swallowed a star and now I got light bursting from my chest. Can you see it in me? This happiness? It's all on account of you, Watcher. Everything in the world looks so dang bright, doesn't it? Even at night, the sky goes all glittery with stars. Must be what the gods see when...
Yep, got it.
some of these fights we've been in, you've bailed me out more than once.
What's a good word, Scuttler? He's well scuttled, then. Blimey, you'll keep... There's more work in your future. Just give me the usual signal, eh? You'll be scuttling a Valian captain next. Rock Stomper Rodul is a mountain dwarf with a penchant for sinking freedom lovers. So you'll be doing me a personal favour scuttling his craft. I've no doubt you'll deliver on your word.
You'd do the same for any of us.
Don't tell, but I try harder for the ones I like better.
This where Guan stormed through? At least the docks are still intact.
Ah, isn't this charming?
Real quiet.
Sure.
Extinguished or crushed. Us all, Defiler. Damned Reaper of Souls and God of Lies. Servants of the Defiler God. You are not me. I am but one of Margaren's elite champions, birthed from her flames. Soon.
Well, that was worth doing, even if we got nothing in return.
I'll see what At least this means they're all dead, right?
Why not?
Reckon this is what happens when you try to keep a god from enacting his plans.
Easily done.
Time to see and... No problem.
By the foul Reaper. Another deprived of the Everflame.
Do not dwell on this defeat, Segret. Margren felled the Defiler before. We will do so again.
Kith trespasses in the goddess's maw? But... You must seek to follow in your Defiler god's footsteps. You will not, for I will smite you where you stand!
Hold, Sega! I would speak to this filthy minion of the wretched god Aethys. Before you char his bones to dust. You must possess an unfathomable power to have kindled the interest of such a... giant! Yet you imply you do not serve him.
Rakir, move! We cannot allow these intruders to live!
You would face us in battle rather than flee? I like your mettle. Kethu does not cower before Margren's greatest warriors. We have not yet defeated the embodied god, but that does not mean we won't. The Drotiger is readying another assault from within the jagged. I will permit you to scamper closer to God's face, if you believe you can survive. Scurry deeper into the maw, but know that my brethren may squash you.
All who neared the intruder god were gutted until extinguished. You think your soul could last even half so long as Rathoon's?
Maybe the Kifs will last longer. Only Margren's shrine with our jagged keep can lead you to the Defiler god. Kith, if Margren wishes you to face him, surely she will fire the way. Our duty is foremost to Margren. We guard the moor to its fiery end. First, we recover the wounded and their weapons. Drag them into the Jagged Keep. After that, we will join the Drotiger and the others in a secondary assault. Yes. And then we will kill a god. Segre, help me with the bodies, but this time gentle your grip.
It can't be helped, Rikir. These four are brittle.
Should we be concerned about that?
Ain't the volcanoes in Mogren's Teeth supposed to be inactive? I got a bad feeling this one's waking up.
Leave it to me.
Did Aethys do this?
Who comes to muddy the light?
May I be a candle in the night?
That's it? Didn't work.
Hey, that wasn't half bad. I'll see what I can find.
I'm thinking this place ain't gonna hold up much longer. What say we hurry, Watcher?
This does not sound good. That smell. I hope it's just their cook burning the meat.
This place smells and feels like hell in the stories Uncle Angbert used to tell me to make me... Rest now, warrior. Your soul is safe with me. If that ain't a creature born of my nightmares, I don't know what is.
Who comes now to stoke the flames of have I not yet feasted enough?
No, that can't be healthy.
Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
We struck a deal eons ago. I did with a wily Brenthis. It's true these Rathun fed me but today they sought my wings like a firestorm to battle. My fangs like hot. I am the heart of the fire. I cannot be controlled. Not by a giant's weak will, and not by a The Rathun would pay their tributes of flesh and blood. Fire. That arrogant priestess thought to ride me, the magma that fires the mountain. The Rathun forged their deal when I was but a hatchling. Now no one controls me, and I would never—
That's awfully cold-blooded for a creature made of fire.
You are a creature most amusing. Perhaps I shall yet allow you to live. Should I believe the wretched words of it, even were it so, the fire feeds me. It can cause me no harm. Perhaps you speak the truth, and so only fools die fighting the gods. I have lived. I fly.
If that ain't a creature born of my nightmares, I don't know what is.
Who have I?
No!
You wretch! Shall you end my— I think not.
This thing is... doing the job. Word.
Face my flames. Stare your death in its flickering eyes.
I am burning, I am burning, and it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing, but I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame, not with honor and eternity, but for who? Who will lay the talk before the Mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the Mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's God's face? Not to these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life. Not to me.
Rest easy now, priestess. I'll harvest your soul and your...
Yes, as you wish.
You spend your whole life thinking you're a giant. And one day that fella shows up at your fortress.
That was awfully profound.
quiet.
Don't mind if I do. Easily done.
Like something?
Are yours. Curiouser and curiouser. Well. Don't mind if I do. That's that then.
This changes nothing but...
Allow me. That's that then.
Comes to muddy the light. The shadow comes to muddy.
Let's go!
Yeah?
Nice hit.
A sure thing.
Didn't work. Hit me again and I'll hit you back. So help me God, I'll whoop the next one of you who takes aim at me. Tell me we aren't gonna...
My eyes are peeled.
Trouble ahead.
Oh? Nice hit! Lava beyond seek! Let's go! Aha! Lava beyond seek! Sure.
Keep it down.
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Guan survives it?
We should move quickly!
I can see the fury burning in her eyes. What?
The Brenthis tarries for too long, yet only she is fit to fire the shrine. Go and ensure that she returns readily with the Ancient.
It would be my honor, Bathor.
Return in victory.
Yes, Bathor.
And remember, you are a bold one to attack us in our own seat. I hope you are prepared to die here, for I will soon prostrate you on the altar of Margaret and burn you for her glory. Aethys deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ashen Moor in revenge against Margaret and her Rathun. What is your relation to Aethys, if not to act with him against Margaret? Mere Kith are seldom agents of such a powerful deity. If you have no plans to defend the Defiler God, then we've no quarrel with you, Kith. We are prepared to assault Aethys at the base of the moor. The shrine will lower us to the sacred Ardri pillar, where the embodied god now gluts himself. Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing. We guard the sacred depths of the moor. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Bethacton. Our High Priestess. The Brenthis is the talk's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return, and it is as I feared, and as I felt. I do not share the Brenthis' ability to commune with Margaret, but I must believe the goddess would will us to fight. We must make a final stand. To die for Margaret is the greatest honor. We live only to protect the goddess, and Margaret has obliterated Aethys before, has she? To return in victory from the lair of the Ancient. I misjudged you. You are one of a kind among Kith. What became of the Ancient? Jorda Fairless. Triumph will be nigh impossible.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Oh, who needs some old lizard anyway?
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies. Impossible! A flame as bright as the Ancients cannot be so easily extinguished. I was a fool for trusting you. Have you any fathom of the doom you have wrought us? You shall explain, or forthwith perish on the end of my mace. The Ancients attacked them? The dragon could be fierce and unrelenting indeed, but I trusted the Brenthis' power would command the beast. How disturbing and unfortunate. She would have been with no choice, despite the odds. We'll attack without either strength. If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine with the talk of the Other Flame, but we cannot join you as yet.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties. Even now, Aethys gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report? Then they will burn to ash and return to the mud kiln from whence they came. Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form. I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault, even for you. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
You're certain he wanted us all to come?
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold—
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
Oh my God. You're really— This can't—
I see you, Shoti. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
This is really happening, right? Guan, your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red, sweat beading her brow. Shoti stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself. A mere moment before she would have toppled.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission, but I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far? Even after all these years, countless generations, we don't know either. The brightest souls can burn out in an instant, and even a pathetic, feeble spark can— But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
That we have! And I got a request. Down here. God, look how full my lantern is! I've been harvesting day and night for you, my God.
Lantern rattling, sickle gripped so tight her knuckles are white. She waves her arms over her head as she shouts.
My dear Shoti, I do not mean to diminish your presence here, but this is a question that the Watcher needs to answer. He alone was tasked with pursuing me. The gods have placed him in this fire. It is only right that we speak together now. You need to know, or Berith, or the gods. It seems someone else needs to know. One who has held me to the flames once before. Margaret fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Aora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you, give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others. Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that. I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves, how we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation, They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told. We began with a dream that if we provided guidance to mortals, each generation of souls would grow stronger. And if the souls grew stronger, societies would become better, moving ever closer to achieving the potential we believed all mortals have within them. Over 2,000 years have passed. Hundreds of generations have been born, lived, and died. If the world has improved under our guidance, mortals should be prepared to understand the truth. If they have not improved after all of this time, then we have utterly failed in our aims, and there should be the time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before... When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woodaka reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are. I'm surprised Magrin is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude, one that tests us all. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to... We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Guan, wait! Before it's too late, you gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
The priestess thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Aethys to take it from her.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate. Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Magrin has intended for me. Don't thank me yet. This will be particularly difficult for you, Watcher.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of Guan right now.
Despite herself, Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she...
Hey, Aethys, we're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest. Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Adair spits.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Aethys's great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys' body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys' body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as your attention returns to the heart of Aethys' body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again? Since we've parted, you've become someone else. I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys' hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body. And still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him. Back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to the wheel? The soul observes you, waiting. I am. This should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward. Pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys's hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. A fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo? He's going to stop the wheel? Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move. He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back. It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us. You bear witness to the work of the gods. It seems they are not finished with you yet.
You look about as befuddled as I feel, Watcher.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira. For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention. Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates!
Well, what have we here?
Forgive me, lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor... We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods? Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until whence we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas. Then all bets are off again. Aye?
Yes. Well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Right you are. However... I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
Do you think so little of our chances? The Huana are built to outlast. Deadfire's last cataclysm stripped the tribes of Ukaizo. This one will bring it back to us. All of this is meant to be.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage? Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again. This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
The Huana made compacts with the gods on Lost Ukaizo. Anything can happen on the shores of our ancestors. I say it is a place where mortals can reach beyond themselves, do freely what animancers struggle to dream.
We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter. That's so. You just might be able to save us.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo. It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now. While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the city. Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it, and then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today? Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial. With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
Ak, order. And the only question is whether it will be the Order of Ignorance. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.